Hey, what's up guys? My name is Harshal Mavani, and in this video we take a look at which one is better, string or character array to store passwords. And this time I promise all of this in 5 minutes. Alright guys, let's get started. Suppose you're designing an application and you want to store passwords. Would you do something like this where you have string password is equal to br.readline? Would you do something like this, or would you rather have a character array? So these are your choices and this is your question. Now obviously for the second option you might have to run a for loop while the user is giving you some input and all of that, and the first one is pretty straightforward. You just have to do br.readline and bam, you have your password. Now talking about trade-offs, so what exactly is the difference and why do we prefer wait? So do you guys know what are we going to use? I hope you have some answer in mind. I mean, just try writing it down on a piece of paper and let's see who's got it right. So for those of you who guessed string is the correct option, you are wrong. And those of you who have guessed that we use character arrays for passwords, you are correct. Well, partially. So what exactly is the difference? Now we've learned that strings are immutable. So whenever we use the first option, if we use this option, then there's a very nice possibility that if someone takes a snapshot of the heap memory, he can get the password in pretty straight form. He doesn't have to do anything, the attacker doesn't have to do anything, he or she has the password in a very easy manner. So what about the character array? Are the character arrays encrypted and stored on your heap memory? No, there's nothing fancy. If you use the character array to store your passwords, there is still a vulnerability that if someone takes a snapshot of the heap memory, he will get the password, but something like this. So if this is your heap memory, let's say we have two cases. Obviously we have two cases. First is we're using strings, and over here we're using character array. So over here your password will be stored like this, plain and simple. And over here your password will be stored like this. So P first, then A, then some garbage, then S, then some more garbage and S again. But yes, he or she can extract it easily even if you're using a character array as your password storer. So what exactly do we do? Do we need the strings or do we use the character array? Now obviously it is clear that we will use the character array to store passwords, but still for a more satisfactory answer, that why exactly are we using character arrays to store passwords? Well, with an array you can explicitly wipe the data once you're done with it, or you can choose to overwrite it in an encrypted form. So you take the password in plain text as the user will enter. You can use some form of encryption, say RSA or ciphertext or something like that. Perform that and store it in that same array. That's really easy. And after that, if it is stored on the heap memory and somebody tries to take a snapshot of the heap memory, so he or she, instead of finding PASSWRD, will find some more garbage value. So if it is encrypted, you won't have PASS, you will have something else. So that's the primary difference between strings and character arrays and which one to use as passwords. But remember that using character arrays to store passwords also is a security concern, because this only reduces the window of opportunity for an attacker, and only for this specific attack. So when I say this specific attack, I mean taking a snapshot of the heap memory. Now our second reasoning as to why to use character array is that suppose you have a really complicated systems. Now all complicated systems have a process of logging. So logging is the process where you continuously trace where is your execution going. So if you have say 1000 functions and you're in the 500th function, you will put a log line over there that I have reached the 500th function. That is what logging is. Now if inside your logs you accidentally print the string password, if it is string, and you just you have some line that which says that the password is, you put a plus and you print your string, this will actually print out the password inside the log files. On the contrary, if you use character arrays and if you do that the password is and you try to print C, which is a character array, then this will give you a garbage value. So let's have a look at this. Let's take a program. So I have this program over here. We have nothing fancy, just string A is equal to new string password, and in this case we have character array C is equal to PASSWRD. So now my point of argument is that if we have a log system, something like this, wherein we just print the password, then this will be printed in plain text and this will not. Let's have a look. So let me just get up my CMD and let me just run it. Java space password demo. So you can see password is password and over here password is some garbage. So that's the primary difference, and your answer should always remain that you will use character arrays to store passwords. That's it for this video. Thank you so much. Keep watching.